Spokane City Council meeting right now. Tonight they'll vote on whether to repeal a decades-old parking ordinance for some parts of Spokane. The regulation, passed back in the 50s, mandates that every housing unit must have a certain amount of private parking options. Jack Ferris is working for you on this developing story. And Jack, this idea of a repeal came about because of Spokane's very low vacancy rate?
Yeah, that's right, Nadine. Right now, when it comes to one-bedroom apartments, there's a 0.8% vacancy rate in all of Spokane, which is considered to be well below a healthy figure. Now, the vote tonight is designed to encourage outside developers to come in and invest in several key areas across the Lilac City. With an annual growth rate of 1%, Spokane has been battling a housing shortage for years.
We need to do whatever we can regulatory in order to encourage people to build more housing.
For City Council President Ben Stucker, getting rid of a minimum parking regulation for every housing unit is a step in the right direction. It will clearly be cheaper to produce apartments and take an estimated $200 a month off each unit.
Buffalo, New York, recently, about a year ago, got rid of minimum parking requirements throughout their entire city. I'm just proposing this in certain areas where we want density and where we have businesses and people can walk.
The proposed areas that would no longer have minimum parking restrictions are near downtown and areas that have recently been developed, including the University District, East Sprague, and Monroe Street. Now, the biggest concern facing the parking repeal: does Spokane have the infrastructure to support carless commuters?
We just passed a historically large transit measure. We're going to have high-speed transit going in and out of Sprague. We're going to have high-speed transit on Monroe. We're going to have high-speed transit up and down Division Street. And so I think we've chosen the areas really that can handle this.
As far as political support, Stucker believes this partial repeal could satisfy both sides of the aisle.
I think the environmentalists would be for it because it's encouraging multimodal use, whether that's bicycles, walking, or using public transit. And I also think if you just think government is bad and hate regulations, we should be looking for regulations that don't make sense.
Nadine, Council President Ben Stucker needs 4 votes to pass his repeal tonight, so be sure to tune in to KXLY4 Nightside tonight with Aaron Luna for the latest on this developing story. For now, from City Hall, Jack Ferris, KXLY4 News.
Thank you, Jack.